Speaking at the European Union building in London to members of the Association of European Journalists, Britain's Europe Minister spoke about a trip around the UK to find out how people feel about being in the EU. She told them, given the global recession, recent polls show UK support for being in Europe.
There was a poll that asked British people whether they thought that the European Union did have a role in relation to trying to find some answers and some way forward to tackle this economic crisis, which obviously isn't confined to the European Union, but it is worldwide. And interestingly, given the many polls about British attitudes towards the European Union, overwhelmingly people did say yes. They might not have been quite sure about what that might mean, but they did feel that actually this was a time that nationally on our own we couldn't just find all the answers. And cooperation, whether it's at an EU level or on a wider global level, is very important.
She spelled out the need for the EU to add value and for there to be open discussions on it, and how her visits around the UK took a lead from the British Foreign Secretary.
I felt that I wanted to think about taking on board David Miliband's theme of bringing foreign policy home, which he's been working on in the FCO, is, well, how do we bring home what we negotiate and spend lots of time in meetings on and working groups on in terms of the UK. So I have been out and about across the country doing a number of regional visits where I have really tried to see, is there something happening out there which actually is tangible, which actually is making a difference, and where the EU adds value.
Her agenda included jobs, climate change, consumer protection and greening the economy.
When I was up in the northeast, I met a number of businesses who over recent times, as part of the northeast programme to revitalise the region, excuse me, they had been able to develop some of the newer environmental technologies that are not only making them money now, but are going to actually be at the forefront of, I think, a sort of greener economy in the future.
On the global economic crisis, she said there was unity and the EU had taken a leading role.
All the different countries of the European Union, in different ways, have different challenges to face, based on the strength of the different sectors that operate, their exports and import markets, but also their banks. The first thing the European Union did was agree that there had to be some cooperation and coordination on the stabilisation of the banks, and to prevent a situation running where people were moving deposits from one place to another, and I think that was successful. Along the way, since then, I think it has been unprecedented, the amount of cooperation that's taken place.
And she sees EU enlargement as a good thing.
It is about actually recognising that that part of the world is extremely important, and better relations as near neighbours to the European Union is essential. And there's no one blueprint for those countries. I think the engagement will be very much paced and led by what they want to engage with and how we want to engage with them. But I have no doubt that I think it's a useful mechanism for developing the relationships with those 6 countries.
The UK believes the European Union is a key institution for understanding our neighbours and working with them to tackle key issues like the global recession and climate change.